Good morning, children. Yesterday we finished the lesson that is natural resources, lesson number 5, and also I given the questions and for 2 days I given all the questions and also I made you told you to write homework and to read questions. So today let me take a new lesson, that is lesson number 6, air. So all of you be ready with your textbook, page number 76. Page number 76, lesson number 6, air. If you are all ready, let me take one lesson, that is lesson number 6, air. Air means gali, what we call it. In Kannada we call it as gali. So before starting the lesson, what you are going to study from this lesson is, you are going to study what is meant by atmosphere. From this lesson, you are going to study what is atmosphere and what are the uses of the air and the composition of the air. Understood? Composition of the air, characteristics of air or properties of air, air pollution. What is air pollution? How does it take place and its effects? What are its effects? And how to prevention of air pollution. How to stop air pollution. These are all the points we are going to study from this simple lesson here. So I think all of you are ready with the textbook. Now look page number 76 and pay attention. Lesson number 8. Look first paragraph. So air, as you all know that in last lesson in natural resources you learned about that resources they are this plants, animals, animals and this resources such as air, water, already we learned that in last lesson, that is resources like air, water, soil, minerals, plants, animals, these all are we call them as resources. These are called as resources. These are called as resources, and that is air, water, soil, minerals, plants, and animals. We call them as resources because they are continuously available in the nature. Because these are continuously available in the nature, and after using also, continuous use also, they will not finish. So these are called as resources, natural resources which occur themselves or naturally which occur naturally on the earth. So these are called as resources, and among these resources, now we are going to study about the air. We are going to study about the air lesson. So you are going to study these all things. We are going to study about these all things from the lesson air. Now, page number 76. Air is one of the natural resources. Among the resources, air is one of the. It is also one of the natural resources because we can use it whenever we need it, and how much quantity it is. Not this one. It is we can use as much as we want. It is naturally available because we can use it forever, and it will not finish. The air is because it is naturally occurred. The earth is surrounded by layers of the air called as atmosphere. Our earth is surrounded. Earth is the only planet having life on it. So there are different layers are there. Earth is surrounded by different layers. Earth is surrounded by different layers. Surrounded by different layers, and it is we call it as atmosphere. Our earth is surrounded by different layers of the air, and it is called as atmosphere. Atmosphere means layers of the air surrounded by the earth is called atmosphere. And means on this earth there are, it is the earth is the only planet having life on it. So there are, air is the component on the earth. Air is also one of the component in the on the earth, and earth is it is surrounded by the layers of the air, so we call it as atmosphere. And air being a mixture of many gases is very essential for sustaining the life of animals and plants. And air is also a mixture of several gases like carbon dioxide, nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, noble gases, dust particles and all. So it is mixture of air is mixture of different gases or several gases, and it is also many gases which are essential for sustaining the life, for the life of animals and plants. It is, air is having several gases, and it is necessary for the life of plants, animals, and also for human beings. For respiration we need air. Plants, animals and human beings need air for breathing. So now page number 76 here. Air is not visible. We cannot see the air, but we can feel it. Keep in mind that the air is present in this room, but we cannot see it. Air is present here, but it is not visible. We cannot see it, but its presence can be felt. But we can feel it. Its presence can be felt. We can feel the presence, but we cannot see it. It is not visible. We cannot see it. How do you know that air is in your surroundings? Because air is by feeling. Because we are breathing now. Now presently we are breathing means it is present in the room here. When we breathe now, inside presence of air is there. So that is why we can feel that the air is there. So it is present here. So here. Now let us see we use oxygen in the air for respiration. See then we respire. We use oxygen present in the air for respiration. We human beings we use oxygen which is present in the air for respiration. Without the air we cannot live, and also we cannot live without respiration. In the same way, plants and animals also need oxygen for respiration. Not only human beings, but plants and animals they also need air for oxygen for their growth. Plants and animals also need oxygen for the respiration. Without oxygen, they cannot live. Oxygen is necessary for fuels to burn. Without oxygen, we cannot burn things. Fuels will not burn. Understood? Like kerosene, wood, and all. This not kerosene. This fuels. Like even this kerosene, it's wood, charcoal, and all. They do not burn without without oxygen. They cannot burn because oxygen is necessary for burning fuels. Understood? And for burning also oxygen is necessary. Burning the things we need oxygen. Without oxygen, it is not possible to burn the things. Fuels will not burn. There are many more uses of the air. We will learn about these in the next classes. Look, page number 77. Page number 77. Now, atmosphere, I told you what is atmosphere. The layers of the air surrounded by the earth is called atmosphere. The layer of air surrounded by earth is called atmosphere. Right? The layers of the air. The layers of air surrounded by the layers of air surrounded by earth is called atmosphere. The layers of air around the earth is called, or surrounded by the earth is called atmosphere. This is first one. Then uses of the air. Coming to uses of the air, as I told you later, air is necessary for burning. Oh, air is necessary for respiration. For us, air is also necessary for the growth of plants and animals, and air is also used for burning fuels. Understood? These are the uses of the air. Understood? Now, next the composition of the air. Let us see in page number 77. You can see the air is a mixture of nitrogen, that is 78%, oxygen 21%. Oxygen is 21%, carbon dioxide 0.04%, water, vapor, noble gases and dust particles, they are about 0.96%. You can see in the book page number 77. So nitrogen 78%, oxygen 21%, carbon dioxide 0.04% and other gases 0.96%. You can see the diagram page number 77 with the help of diagrams they are given here. Now, which gas is the major component of the air? Means which is the major component of the air is, it is, we can see the diagram, it is the nitrogen. It is 78% of nitrogen is there in the air. The oxygen in the air, the atmosphere layer, nitrogen is 78%. And oxygen is 21% and carbon dioxide is 0.04% and other gases are 0.96% and here water, vapor, noble gases and dust particles are 0.96%. You can see that diagram here, page number 77. This is the diagram which shows the composition of the air as I written on the board. Third one. This is called composition of the air. Understood? Now, first I told you, second, third composition of the air I told you. Now, page number 78. Now here. Page number 78. What happens when the tire of a vehicle has punctured? What happens when the tire of the vehicle gets punctured? Means the tire is if the air is not present in the tire, it will not run. It is busted. If air is not there, the tire cannot run. Understood? So even air is necessary for running of the vehicles. Understood? If the air is necessary for the vehicles to run, it means if the tire air is filled, then only the vehicles will run. What is being done here to flame fire in the oven? What do you learn from this picture? Here, what is being done here to inflame the fire in the oven, and what you learn for this right here? So without air we cannot burn the things. Without air we cannot burn the things. Air is necessary. That is why we in this picture it shows that for what is being done here to inflame fire in the oven, means oxygen is necessary for it to burn. Now look page number 79 here. Match by drawing lines. You can see the girl blowing air in the balloon, air filled in the balloon, and you can see the two balloons tied to the stick. Two different pictures they are shown here, and also you can see that the woman she is blowing air in the oven. So this all what this shows is that we have to match them. That is air occupies space. First one is air occupies space. Understood? In the air balloon, air is occupied the space, and also by this experiment we can show that air has weight. You can see that one balloon without air, and first in both balloons air is filled, and when it is one balloon is punctured, the second balloon it comes down, and this shows that air has weight. Understood? So first one is As we match, air occupies space is the first one. Second one is air has weight. The third one, air helps things burn. This shows that air helps is necessary for burning the things, burning the fuels. Understood? So these are the you can match by drawing with the help of pencil. We learn more about the use of wind energy in the unit of basic energy. Moving air is called wind. Keep in mind that the wind is which is moving or the air which moves, it is called as wind. Moving air is called wind. Wind has enormous energy because it has force in it. Wind contains force. Air is very forcefully blowing. At that time we call it as wind. What do you learn from these incidents? Page number 79. Page number 79. What do you learn from these incidents? Now here, first, roofs of houses are carried away by strong wind. Sometimes when the wind is strong, blowing strong, wind is blowing. If it is strong, what happens? Roof of the houses are carried away by the storm winds and all. Understood? Roofs of houses will be carried away by strong wind if it is very fast. While walking on the street, sometimes we feel the wind pushes us. Sometimes when we are walking or when we go for a walk or on the street, walking on the street, we feel that the strong wind is there. We feel that wind is pushing us from the backside. Thirdly, clothes hung out to dry will flutter when the wind blows. When the wind is very strong enough, at that time clothes which we hung for drying, they will flutter means they will move in the direction of towards the air where the wind blows. Even clothes they flutter means they move towards the wind which where it blows, which direction it blows. Next, 18 is a vehicle cannot move if the air inside the tire comes out. As I showed you the diagram. Page number 78, you can see this. Without air, the tire cannot run. Understood? Means air is necessary for the tire for the vehicles to run. A vehicle cannot move if the air inside the tire comes out. Understood? So if the tires are punctured, if the vehicle cannot move because air is also necessary to run the vehicles. Coconut trees swing in strong winds, and you might have seen that if the winds are very strong at that time, the coconut trees they will swing means they move. They move. You can see the moving of the coconut trees because they are not strong. These stems are not strong, so they will be swinging in the air. And kites fly up in the sky. Kites fly up in the sky because of the wind, strong winds and all. Air is polluted, also polluted by smoke, dirt, waste from factories, automobiles, burning of substances and crackers. You can see the pictures in page number 18. The smoke released from factories and the smoke given out by the vehicles, and also this burning of the this wood and these unwanted things when we burn, tire we burn. Understood? At that time, this smoke gets mixed up in the atmosphere, in the air. Understood? And you can see the air is polluted. Means how the air gets polluted means dirty. How the air becomes unwanted means by smoke released by the factories. Due to the smoke means again what we call which is released by factories. From factories, the smoke is released, and even from automobiles, vehicles, they remove the smokes. Burning of substances and crackers. Burning of crackers also, we see the smoke releasing. So these all are danger for the dangers, and they they make the air polluted, which is not used for breathing. Mixing chemicals, you can see the dust microorganisms which are harmful to man and other organisms into the air is called air pollution. Pollution means mixing the chemicals means with the this chemicals are when the chemicals are this chemical what is left from the factories to the water sources at that time, and when the pesticides which are used by to the plants when the heavy rains comes, these pesticides which are present in the soil, they mixed with the they flow to the this pesticides which are present in the soil, they flow away to the rivers and the water sources and all. At that time chemicals mix up with the water and also in the air. Understood? Chemicals they mix up in the air and also in the water they mix up, and dust particles, microorganisms which we cannot see, which are harmful to man and other organisms into the air, mix up into the air and makes the air pollution. And by this you can see the smoke given out by factories, vehicles, this and burning of tires and fuels, they make the air polluted. Air gets polluted when chemicals and microparticles of smoke from industries, vehicles mix up with it. It causes serious health issues like heart disease, cancer, breathing problems, etc. It has a negative impact on growth of plants and animals and their yield. And even the negative impact on the growth of plants means the plants cannot grow healthier and we cannot accept the yield from the plant. Understood? This yield will be less or decreased. Some animal races may get extinct. Even due to this polluted air, animals may also they will get extinct, means they cannot live. By breathing such air, animals cannot survive. Since all organisms need air, it is necessary to prevent air pollution. So we must take measures to stop air pollution. So write any two measures to prevent air pollution. Now here, page number 2081. Look here, some points are given how to prevent air pollution. Preventing the mixing up of chemical waste discharged by factories with air. We must prevent means we must stop mixing up of chemical waste discharged by factories with air. Chemical waste must not be released into the air by factories. Installing tall chimneys in factories so that the smoke can be released at the higher altitude. Means there should be tall chimneys. Means this pipe should be there in the factories so that the smoke which is released will mix up in the atmosphere, can be released at a higher altitude. Means it will not affect the people living on the ground. So if this smoke are released in the upper side, in the higher altitude, means it will not affect the people living on this earth. Using gaseous fuel instead of coal, diesel and petrol. We must use gaseous fuel such as LPG, so that instead of coal, completely what we call diesel and petrol, which give out heavy smoke. But instead of that, instead of coal, diesel and petrol, we must use LPG fuels. Designing emission control systems and using public transport system. That is, we must use public government buses for transportation, so that we can stop pollution. We can stop pollution for some extent. Each individual having a separate vehicle, instead of separate vehicles, we must use public transport system for our work. Using alternative energy sources like solar energy, hydroelectric power and wind power are the alternate source of energy stop air pollution. And avoiding burning of substance near civilian areas. Near the housing areas, we must avoid burning of substances like crackers and all. Last page number 82, you can see some wrong and right pictures are given here. So you can see the person moving on the vehicle causes pollution, air pollution, and the children they are moving on the motorcycle. It will not cause any air pollution. So wrong side, right side. Burning of chemicals wrong, and throwing this dust in the this public bin, it is right one, wrong right. So this giving heavy vehicle giving heavy smoke, it is wrong. This one right one. Without smoke, vehicle moving without smoke, it is right one. Wrong right, wrong right, wrong right, wrong right. So this is about the lesson air. So air pollution effect I told you, when the chemicals mix up in the unwanted things that smoke and chemicals mix up in the air, it causes the air pollution, and it affects our health of humans and also plants and animals. Prevention of air pollution. Also I told you some points on how to prevent air pollution. So this is about the lesson air pollution. So once you can read the lesson, very simple one to understand. So tomorrow let me give questions.